Hi everybody, this is Kathy Ayala. So one of the things that I've used as far as formative assessments is Google Forms. Google is really nice the way they have the classroom set up, and even if you're not using classrooms, you have access to Google Forms. I've used this tool in the classroom and also in my workplace, which is very nice. So here I created an exit ticket. So basically, when I would use this in the classroom during summer school, I co-taught at Sunnyside, a ninth grade English class. So I worked a lot with the teacher. He loved Google Classrooms. I loved it. And we came up with exit tickets. So the first chunk of the class, we would cover content, we do reading. So we wanted to make sure that students were really understanding the content and taking away the right principles and things like that, right? So here I came up with a mock exit ticket. If anybody remembers Schoolhouse Rock, this is where this comes from. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? So what's nice about Google and Google Forms is that when you set this up, you set it up like a quiz or a test, what have you. You have the option of making these questions as multiple choice, putting them in as check boxes or drop downs, and also short answers. So for this one, I did multiple choice. And what's nice is that Google allows you to put in the correct answer, and then you can actually assign how many points you want for each question, and then it'll do the calculations for you as far as grading, which is really nice, and it'll save us some time. Here I selected, or I decided to make this as a checkbox so that students can identify which words are conjunctions, and it's picking more than one, so you can select all that apply. I included a true and false, pretty easy. Lastly, I did a short answer. I love short answers as like the teacher role. I hated it in high school, but it's actually really nice because it gives us insight into what the student knows and maybe what they need help with, right? We're able to gauge, okay, this student needs some more support here, or maybe I need to go back and review this. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. And then, of course, you can do that with everything else, but short answers are just a little nicer because it's coming directly from them, right? So once they turn in their quiz or their test, you can go ahead and go into responses. I don't have any responses because nobody's taken my quiz, but it'll calculate basically their scores. And then Google's really good about forming graphs, pulling data from your data and putting that into packaging it up really nicely into graphs, into tables and charts, things like that. So you can actually maybe go over it with your students and say, okay, this is where we're at. I would like to mess with it a little bit more, just play around with the program a little more so that things are a little more anonymous if I am going to share. I'm sure I could figure that out or maybe manipulate it in some way. But this is a very useful tool for us to use in the classroom, and it's good to introduce to our students because in the long run, when they go into college or even in their workplace like me, you can utilize these tools, put them into action, and it's very helpful. So also, thank you to everybody else who has shared their ideas with Kahoots and other programs. They're very helpful. I've used Kahoots as a participant, not so much as implementing it in the classroom, but it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to. Thank you.